If you are taking certain medications and drinking 8 glasses of water every day, you might be putting yourself at serious risk. But hold on, before you panic, this does not apply to everyone. In fact, some seniors need even more than 8 glasses. Let me explain who is in danger and who is not. So here is the thing. For years, you have heard the same advice. Drink 8 glasses of water daily, right? It has been repeated so many times that it has become the golden rule. If you are a healthy senior, someone who goes for morning walks, works in the garden, and stays active throughout the day, you probably need more than 8 glasses. Your body is losing water through sweat, through breathing, and through activity. If you live in a hot climate or spend hours outdoors, even more so. For you, 8 glasses might be too little. You might need 10 to 12 glasses, depending on how active you are. But this is very important. For millions of seniors dealing with certain health conditions or taking specific medications, this same 8-glass rule could cause serious health problems. So, who needs to be careful? Let me walk you through the top 6 reasons why too much water can be dangerous for some seniors. Number 6. It causes hyponatremia, low sodium. Let me start with something called hyponatremia. It is a condition where your blood sodium levels drop too low. And here is what concerns me most. The majority of seniors have never even heard this word before, yet it affects millions. Here are the numbers. Around 8% of seniors over 55 have this condition right now. But when you reach 75 years old, that number jumps to 11.6%. That is more than 1 in every 10 seniors walking around with dangerously low sodium levels. Many of them have no idea. So what does low sodium actually do to your body? First, you start feeling exhausted all the time, not just tired, but deeply fatigued, like you can barely get through the day. Then comes the nausea. You might feel sick to your stomach for no obvious reason. Your appetite disappears. Food just does not appeal to you anymore. But it gets worse. Your thinking starts to change. You have trouble focusing on conversations. You forget things you just heard 5 minutes ago. People might tell you a story, and you cannot remember any of it later. Your family might notice you seem confused or distracted. And here is the scary part. Many seniors think this is just normal aging. It is not. Your walking changes too. You might feel unsteady on your feet. Your balance feels off. You cannot walk as smoothly as you used to. These are called gait deficits, and they happen because low sodium affects how your brain sends signals to your muscles. Now here is the connection to water. When you drink 8 glasses of water every day, all that extra fluid dilutes the sodium in your blood. It spreads it out so thin that your levels drop below what your body needs to function properly. And as you get older, your body has a harder time fixing this imbalance on its own. Number 5. It increases your fall risk by 2 times. When you drink too much water, you need to go to the bathroom more often. That makes sense, right? But here is what researchers found that shocked even the medical community. That constant urge to pee is not just annoying. It actually puts you at serious risk for falling. A major case control study looked at seniors with low sodium levels caused by drinking too much water. They found that 21.3% of these seniors had falls. Compare that to seniors without this condition. Only 5.3% fell. That is more than 4 times higher. Think about that for a moment. Just from drinking too much water, your chances of falling go up dramatically. But why does this happen? Researchers at the University of Alberta wanted to find out. They studied nearly 30 older adults using special motion capture technology. What they found changed how we think about falls. When you have that strong urge to go to the bathroom, your brain gets distracted. You are not fully focused on your balance anymore. You are thinking about getting to the toilet fast. That distraction affects how you walk. Your gait changes. Your balance suffers. Another study looked at over 6,000 women in the community. They found that urgency incontinence from drinking too much fluid was linked to higher fall rates. Women who had 1 or more episodes of urgency per week were much more likely to fall. And here is the thing, you do not even need to be rushing to the bathroom. Just that feeling of urgency, that mental distraction of needing to go, that alone is enough to throw off your balance and coordination. Your brain cannot focus on 2 things at once. Number 4, it overloads your heart. If you have been told you have heart failure, please pay very close attention to this part. Your heart is not pumping blood as well as it should. When that happens, your body handles water very differently than a healthy person, and drinking 8 glasses of water can cause serious problems fast. Here's what happens inside your body. Your heart is like a pump that moves blood through your entire system, but when it is weak, it cannot push all that fluid forward efficiently. So when you drink too much water, that extra fluid has nowhere to go. It just sits there. It starts backing up in places where it should not be. First, fluid collects in your lungs. You might feel short of breath or start coughing, especially when you lie down at night. Then it moves to your belly, making you feel bloated and uncomfortable. Your stomach might feel full even when you have not eaten much. Finally, it shows up in your legs and ankles. They swell up and feel heavy. Your shoes might not fit by the end of the day. Studies on heart failure patients are very clear about this. Most doctors recommend limiting fluid intake to around 6.5 cups per day. That is about 1.5 liters total, not 8 glasses. The reason is simple. Your weakened heart cannot handle that much volume. Every extra glass you drink puts more strain on an already struggling system. Research published in medical journals shows that excessive water intake makes fluid retention significantly worse in people with congestive heart failure. The more you drink beyond what your doctor recommends, the harder your heart has to work. And for a heart that is already failing, that extra work can be dangerous. Number 3, it damages your aging kidneys. Your kidneys are not what they used to be. That is just a fact of getting older. And when it comes to processing water, this matters more than you might think. Here is something most seniors do not know. Senior kidneys work about 30% slower than younger kidneys. 30%. That is a huge difference. What does this mean for you? It means when you drink a glass of water, your body takes much longer to filter it and get rid of what it does not need. Your kidneys are working hard, but they just cannot keep up the same pace they did 20 or 30 years ago. So what happens when you force 8 glasses of water into a system that can only handle maybe 5 or 6 comfortably? Your kidneys get overwhelmed. When elderly people drink more water than their kidneys can process, it can cause acute kidney injury. This is not something minor. This is actual damage happening to your kidney tissue. Think of it this way. You are asking your kidneys to do a job they are no longer equipped to handle at that speed. The extra workload stresses them out, and stressed kidneys start to break down. The injury might start small. You might not even feel anything at first. But here is where it gets serious. If this keeps happening, if you keep pushing too much water through aging kidneys day after day, that acute injury can turn into something worse. It can progress to chronic kidney failure. Chronic kidney failure does not heal. Once your kidney function drops that low, it stays there. And the scary part? Many seniors do not realize they are damaging their kidneys until it is too late. They think they are doing something healthy by drinking all that water. Number 2, it weakens your bones and increases fractures 4 times. You probably know that falls are dangerous for seniors. But did you know that drinking too much water makes your bones more likely to break when you fall? Here is what doctors found when they looked at over 500 seniors who came to the hospital with broken bones. They compared them to another group of seniors without fractures. The difference was shocking. 13.1% of the seniors with broken bones had low sodium from drinking too much water. But in the group without fractures, only 3.9% had this problem. Do the math on that. When you break it down, seniors with low sodium from overhydration have more than 4 times the risk of breaking a bone. 4 times. That is not a small difference. That is huge. But why does this happen? What is the connection between drinking water and breaking bones? It comes down to what excess water does to your bones over time. When you drink too much water and your sodium drops, something changes in your bone structure. Your bones start losing minerals. The technical term is demineralization. But what it really means is your bones get weaker, less dense, more fragile. Think about it like this. Strong, healthy bones are like solid wood. But when they lose minerals from low sodium, they become more like driftwood. They look okay on the outside, but inside they are porous and weak. So when you fall, instead of your bones staying intact, it snaps. And here is the worst part. This happens slowly. You do not feel your bones getting weaker. You do not wake up one day and think, my bones feel fragile. It sneaks up on you. Until one day you trip, you fall, and suddenly you have a broken hip or wrist. Number 1, it creates dangerous interactions with your medications. Are you taking medication for high blood pressure? How about antidepressants? Maybe something for your heart. If you answered yes to any of these, you need to hear this. Most seniors take at least 1 medication every day. Some take 3, 4, or even more. And here is what nobody tells you. Many of these common medications change how your body handles water and sodium. When you add 8 glasses of water on top of these medications, you are creating a dangerous combination. Let me give you the numbers. A large study looked at seniors taking thiazide diuretics. These are very common blood pressure medications. Doctors prescribe them all the time. What they found was troubling. 14% of seniors on these medications developed low sodium levels. That is about 1 in every 7 people. But it gets worse. If you are over 70 years old, your risk goes up 4 times higher. 4 times. Now think about this. Almost 3 out of 4 seniors who end up with dangerous sodium levels are taking at least 1 medication that affects sodium balance. That includes diuretics, antidepressants, and proton pump inhibitors for stomach acid. These are not rare medications. These are pills that millions of seniors take every single day. Your medication is doing its job. But when you drink 8 glasses of water, you are working against it. The medication is trying to balance your sodium. The excess water is diluting it. Your body gets caught in the middle, and your sodium levels drop to dangerous points. This is why it is so important to talk to your healthcare provider about your specific water needs, especially if you are taking any medications. They can help you figure out the right amount for your situation. So let me wrap this up for you. We covered a lot today. The 8-glass rule is not bad advice for everyone. If you are healthy and active, you probably need that much or even more. But if you have heart problems, if you are taking blood pressure medication, if your kidneys are not working like they used to, then 8 glasses might be too much for your body to handle. Here is what I want you to do. First, talk to your doctor. Ask them how much water is right for you based on your health and your medications. Second, pay attention to your body. If you are going to the bathroom every hour, if you feel tired all the time, if you are having trouble with balance, these might be signs. And third, remember that more is not always better. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is listen to your body and drink when you're actually thirsty. Before you go, please remember this video is for educational purposes only. It is not meant to replace medical advice from your healthcare provider. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more health information made simple. Drop a comment below and tell me, did you know about these dangers? I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and stay healthy.